What is up guys, Rerolling here with a new video, and today with one of the biggest summons in Idle Heroes history. Well, there have been some other heroes of that quality, but that is the first time we ever saw an SSS summoning item in the Awakening Gala, and as it happens to be, it's on the Amazon server. Ikkeahjas got it, you know him, he was like in every community summon video that I ever made, so he got it. And he sent me the video of the summon plus some extra footage. But first of all, let's check out how rare that actually is. Those are all the odds that you can see here. And actually, if we scroll down, there isn't even a way to specifically see what SSS even is. It says 81 to 99 would be S and above at a 0.0015% chance. And yeah, like that is absolutely insane. Of course, the beginning stats, the lower stats, 8100 and stuff are like S tier, and later ones are SSS, though the margin for SSS seems to be a little bit bigger than I expected. It's like a third of this is S tier, a third of this is SSS, and a third of this is like SSS, 3S, yes. So it's like a 93 speed is still SSS. So that is about what we expect. And as usual with such summons, there can be lower stats, so it's still possible, even if you have an SSS core, that you roll like SS HP or SS or an S tier stat, even if your other rolls are high enough. That is indeed possible. I'm not even quite sure. Yeah, it's still possible. But the thing is, you can't really roll like an A tier stat, of course, because that would make the difference too huge. Can't be SSS anymore. There is no tier above that, so we can't roll higher than SSS. We just can get a very high SSS stat like those 9900. That would be possible. And the advantage, of course, of having such a hero, first, of course, S tier, we get 4 bonus stats, not only 2, not only 3, we get 4, which means way more damage. And all of those modifiers actually are stronger than they would be on earlier stages with every single awakening tier that you upgrade heroes from like B- to B tier and so on. Those bonus stats get stronger. So the amount of, if you roll holy damage, for example, the amount of holy damage you get at B- is lower than it would be at B tier, and a lot lower actually than at SSS. At SSS we would get like, I don't know, 40%, something like that, and on B tier maybe like 10 or something. So that is about the range, and therefore, of course, SSS quite insane. Not only for the attack, not only for the HP, not only for the speed, but that is just a very insane hero. So, without further ado, let's hop into the clip he sent me and let's check out what he actually got, and then we will talk about it. Okay, didn't actually want to comment over the beautiful summon, because that is definitely great enough without my commentary, but now we see the final stats, and he was talking before about how he feared that like the attack stat wouldn't be SSS tier, and of course, yeah, it isn't. It is SS, which still people underestimate. To be honest, 8794, that's a huge attack stat. Of course, you wish for the 9900, but like 8794, still absolutely insane. We got an absolute high roll on the HP, 9823. And like, I would say it's probably the lowest SSS tier roll, still 93. I guess 92 would be SS. I'm not quite sure about that, those thresholds. I couldn't find them, so that is just an estimate. So the speed itself, absolutely decent. 93, nothing to complain about. Overall nice. And I wouldn't worry too much about that attack. Let's be real. Regarding the stats, you can already see we got 250% skill damage here, 28% heal effect, 60% armor break, 20% crit damage reduction, and that was what I was talking about. Those huge bonus stats that you can get on a copy like this on an SSS tier. That is really what you're looking for, and that is what makes it worthwhile. Just imagine him rerolling that SSS tier, which we are going to look at, by the way, the roll that he got and a roll he got from the hammers that he had available this week. Just imagine that copy with like Giant Killer, Defier, those 250% skill damage there, and then you can decide whatever you want to go for. You can go for the armor break, 60% armor break, will surely, with some star from the star spawn, lift him up to 100%, there's no problem there. Or you go for like a huge holy damage stat, some precision, there is like a million options that you can go for. I will probably go for a damage stat, though of course, I mean, if you want armor, that is available as well, can give help, but I would say like holy damage, that is something I could see. Giant Killer, Fire, skill damage, holy damage, that would be a pretty nice combination, and would definitely help to destroy people with this Mockman. If you're wondering though, why he even summoned the Mockman, I guess a lot of people would have gone for DTV. I personally would have. The thing is, he already has an SS tier DTV. So he said like, okay, I have an insane DTV, why not just also have an insane Mockman? So he just got a Mockman as well. Just to complete the collection, I figure maybe even going for another SSS in the future. He left that open for himself, maybe if he decides to. But by then, we might just have another meta. Maybe G-Star, the new Transcendence hero, maybe he's going to be insane. We're about to see that in the near future. Let's hop into his second clip though, the re-rolling of that beautiful copy. Okay, hopping into the rerolling, we're of course starting off with the roll I just described. Basically now he's looking for Giant Killer. I would probably want skill damage, as I said as well. Holy damage is fine. Anything that can really help. What I tend to do though, and I think he doesn't, is like, I tend to just take a roll in between if it's better than what I currently have. I don't know, for example, the last Defy roll I would consider better than this. Not this Defy roll though, that's a pretty bad one. But I guess this roll is decent, and you wouldn't want to use him without Giant Killer anyway, because that is just so much PvE damage that we just can't pass on this modifier. Not unusual though to not see a lot of Giant Killer rolls when you reroll an S tier. The thing is just there are so many other modifiers. We're seeing that immunities against CC popping up. Now there's the first Giant Killer roll. We got Giant Killer, we got skill damage, which is nice. Hard decision on this one. I think he goes for the right one. I would say that's alright, though I like the combination of Giant Killer, skill damage, but crit damage, holy damage, 40% here on the holy damage, 40% on the crit damage. Hard to pass on that, definitely. Even though you probably still want to reroll, get something else instead of that heal effect. So that is something I'm looking for. Rightful pass on that Giant Killer roll, though that was really not a good one. And those immunities oftentimes don't really help. You have a Mockman here, what do you even want as immunity? Like, sometimes you can do some fancy stuff with taunt immunity, but in the end, there's just too many different CCs out there that you really would say, okay, this is like the one CC I want to be immune to. So that is like the thing. Passing on that Giant Killer roll as well, definitely alright. And sadly, that's about it for the rerolls. And ending up now on this wonderful roll, crit damage, heal effect, holy damage. Of course, as I said, you want it to be a little bit better still. In best case scenario, I think we just talked about it. We said there's 4 bonus stats, and obviously we want to use all 4 of them. In the past, there was a huge problem with the hammers. We got 20 a month. Now it's 30 a week. So we jumped from getting 20 hammers in a month to getting 120 to 150 hammers in a month. So that is indeed quite nice. Well, it's every 30 days, I guess. Every 30 days means like... it's about 120 hammers a month. So considering that, way more hammers, way more opportunity to get better rolls. So still is a little bit of spending involved in buying all of those hammers. I would say with this roll though, you won't have any problems facing anything in PvE. You will destroy enemies in PvP. The heal effect won't do anything for him though. It's like having 3 stats. And we talked about this, having 3 stats means you're basically only using your A tier capabilities though, considering this is SSS tier. Pretty high number on those modifiers, 40% holy damage. I can't repeat it often enough. Definitely huge, and just a beautiful copy. screenshot with a little bit low pixels, but I think we can deal with it. Again, the stats 8,794 attack, 9,823 HP, and the 93 speed on the first SSS Summoning Stone ever used. Maybe later on we will see another one. Ziggy on Android has one as well. I heard he wants to save his for a little bit, so we'll wait for that. Maybe he will give us the opportunity to show that as well. For the upcoming days though, you guys are going to get treated with a wonderful, wonderful amount of videos that the community provided for me. I got sent about 15 videos, not including this one, with different summons of A-tier stones, of A+ stones. We got S-tier stones, SS stones. We have all of that good stuff in there. Some high rolls on the B tiers, even some A tiers from B tiers. We have everything. We have everything this time. And honestly, I was baffled by how many videos there were, and a lot of this is because of Ikkeahjas. The guy you just saw summoning his SSS stone. He asked a lot of people if they could record their videos, send them to me, and a lot of them did. I had a wonderful day, by the way, getting all of those copies sent to me. He sent them like every few hours. I was looking at my phone and there was another summoning video, and I love to watch those. I love to watch those videos. It's always so exciting to see what the stones end up giving the player. And there were some really high rolls, there were some beautiful rolls, some rolls that you wouldn't expect, and I think we are up for a great treat here with the upcoming videos. There will be 2 parts that I make out of this, because I just can't make 15 of those summoning videos put them in like one video. That just doesn't work out. But we are going to get this. I just wanted to give this SSS tier Mockman a special place, and I think it rightfully deserves its own video here. And I want to thank Ikkeahjas again for the great opportunity of showing off this summon of the Mockman, and sending me that file so that we could take a look at it as well and can experience it with him together at this time. So anyway, I wish you guys a great day, and we will see us in the next one.